guys. Welcome to Yoga Every Hour. My name is Kerrina. I'm going to be taking you through a beginner's accessible practice this morning. Just forgive me for a moment. I want to check that we're streaming. There's been a few issues with some updates. So just give me a second, guys. I just want to make sure it's streaming to Yoga Every Hour. There we are. And do I have sound? Yes, I have sound. Wonderful. Okay. I can forget that now and focus all of my attention on you guys. So as I say, welcome. Monday morning in the UK, where you're practicing. Could be any time of day. So whatever time of day it is with you, welcome. So I missed you last week. Jason covered last week. So this week we started looking at sun salutations. Not last week, the week before. So we're going to start adding a little bit more flow in. So starting to get building a little bit of heat in the body. So we always begin in the same way though. So come and find your block or your lift or your cushion to sit on. Find length in the spine. Let the sitting bones drop down into the earth. Maybe move the shoulders up, back and down. Let them melt away from the ears. Close the eyes if you're comfortable. If not, soften the gaze and just look down to the floor ahead. Taking a few breaths to arrive for practice. Remember, we're breathing in and out through the nose. Working with any cold sinus problems, then breathe however is comfortable. Just become aware of the jaw. Make sure that the jaw is unclenched. If you're not sure, you can move it side to side. Just make sure there's no tension. And then squeezing the eyes closed together. Make sure they're just gently, lids just gently dropped. Forehead is relaxed. It's the sensation of the right eyebrow sliding down to meet the right ear, left eyebrow sliding down to meet the left ear. And then softness at the crown of the head. Let's just take a couple of sighing breaths together. So we'll breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just take one more deep breath, however works for you. Just setting an intention for your practice. Intention might be as simple as just to be present. Sounds simple, difficult in practice. If you struggle with thoughts, if they start trying to pull you away from the here and now, just pull them back to the breath. Okay, gently open the eyes. Let's start with a few shoulder rolls. So you can either lift the shoulders up, back and down, or you can take the hands The fingers onto the shoulders and roll the elbows, whichever works better for you. Really feel the shoulders moving. And the other way. Good. Let's take a stretch into the side body. So left hand comes down, inhale the right, and exhale, lean across. Inhale back to center, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Just flow with your own breath here for a couple of times, and then on the third time, we're going to hold the stretch. So we're moving dynamically just to let the body know what's coming, just to start to bring movement. And then on the third time, we're going to hold here. So make sure that we're not letting the shoulder drop forward. We want expansion across the side. And it doesn't matter, some days you feel you want to be strong through the fingers, and then other times just a softer, more floppy arm. There's no right or wrong, it's however your body is feeling today. Maybe if you want a little more, you can let the hand that's on the floor just walk away a little bit more, but not at the expense of this sitting bone coming up. You want to stay grounded down through both sit bones. Okay, we're going to move carefully coming out. So we're going to do this in two parts. We're going to inhale, lift up first, and then slowly drop down. Before we go to the other side, just take a moment to sit. Maybe close the eyes. Just notice the difference on each side of the body. Feel that space that you've already started to create. Okay, let's go to the other side. So the hand comes down, inhale the arm up, and exhale as you reach across. Check that shoulder's not coming forward. Let's keep it up and back. And then as the pose starts to soften, you may start to walk the fingers a little bit further away. Inhale, back up. Exhale, release. Okay, let's take this forward. So bring our hands just in front of you and slowly start to walk forward. So there's no real effort here. We're just resting forward. Just softening round in the back. And slowly bring yourself back up. Okay, we're going to do a few circles just to bring some energy into this lower back area. So we're going to concave the back as we come back, and then as we go forward, we drop one shoulder forward, followed by the other, and then back around. So this can be big, or this can be small. I might want to do smaller movements. Don't have to go all the way down. Just see what your body feels like, and it might want to do a mixture. And speed, your own speed. Some days it feels really delicious to do it slow, and then other times it feels nice to do it a little bit faster. So there's no right or wrong. And next time you come to the top, switch to the other side. So all of these warm-up poses, they're just starting to investigate how your body moves today. And these first 5 more, because you're going to use them to influence the rest of your practice. Calm and rest at the top. Okay, we're coming over onto hands and knees, so into your tabletop position. If you remember in tabletop, we are hands, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we've looked at cat-cow before. We're going to go straight into cat-cow. Feet can be flat or feet can be turned. It's your choice. So as we inhale, pull the shoulders back, look up, dip the mid-back. Exhale, arch, push the floor away, belly button to spine. Inhale through. And exhale, arch. Okay, once you've done 3 of these, so you're moving with your own breath. And on the 4th one, I want you to hold in cow position. So the shoulders are pulled back. The mid-back is dipped, tailbone points up. Pull the shoulders back towards each other. So feel the shoulder blades moving towards each other and opening through the heart. And the gaze is forward. Don't squash the neck here. Let's take a few breaths here. And then as we exhale, we're going to arch the back. We're going to hold in this cat position. So we're pushing the floor away. We're not dumping into the wrists. And we're separating the ribs at the back of the body. We're using the energy of the earth to push against. And then back to center. Let's just let that go. Bring the big toes together, the knees wide, drop the hips back, and just take a child's pose here. Hands forward. Melting the forehead down to the floor and slowly walking the fingers forward, inch by inch. So stretching up into the armpits now, along the triceps. And then on your next in-breath, bring the hands back to the knees. Come and push yourself up. And we're going to go back into tabletop position. We're going to change it slightly. We're going to add on a leg here. So from the same start position, as we inhale this time, we're going to take the shoulders back, look up, but we're going to bring the right leg up behind us. And then we're going to exhale, bring the nose towards the knee. Inhale up. Exhale in. 3 is the magic number today. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale. Tuck it in. And then come back down to start position. Okay, just take a moment to reset, make sure you're happy, and then we'll go on the other side. So as we inhale, we look up, exhale, nose to knee. Inhale up, exhale, nose to knee. The last one, inhale up, exhale, nose to knee. And back to start position. Once more, big toes together, knees wide. Send the hips back. Walk the hands forward. And then you're going to slowly walk the hands over to the left. So no rush. Just slowly walking the hands across to the left side of the mat. If the stretch is deep, you may even take your right hand and place it on top of the left hand. And then just again, you're feeling that stretch into the right side of the body now, all under the armpit, down the side of the body, through the tricep. So there's a lot of stretch happening here. We started to stretch this earlier, we're just continuing. Slowly coming back through center. And then in your own time, all the way over to the right. Again, if the stretch is deep, your left hand is going to come on top of your right hand. And then you're just going to direct the breath into that space that you've created now down the left side of the body. Okay, release, come back to center. And then on your next in-breath, come and bring the hands by the knees, you're back up. Okay, so we're coming into our down dog now. So if you remember our down dog position, we come to tabletop. And then from here, oh, my cat scratched my mat. From here, we are going to turn the toes. Get a little stretch actually on the feet here first. Before we come up actually, let's just take our weight back. Toes turned under. Let's give the fascia under the feet a little bit of a stretch out. Feet work so hard. We don't often give them a lot of attention. Actually, this may be that the weight here is too much for some. You may come up onto high kneeling instead. So don't push past your comfort. Good little stretch for the toes. Okay, now let's go to down dog. So from here, you're going to press into the hands as you send the sitting bones up and back. And then we'll just take a little paddle through the legs. So a walk of the dog, lift one heel and then the other. And this is again a bit of personal choice here, whether this is fast or slow. Just move intuitively. So however your body needs to move, just to bring some energy into the legs. You might even go side to side, whatever feels nice. Let's take a little IT band stretch. So we're going to take our right foot, cross it behind the left, line the toes, and then slowly start to press the right heel down towards the floor. Don't go into pain. It's quite the IT band is a difficult one to stretch, so just have a nice stretch there. Come back to center and then take the left foot behind the right. Do the same thing. Okay, back to your standard down dog. Now, it doesn't matter which way you go, you're going to come to a forward fold. So you're either going to walk hands to feet or feet to hands or a combination. It really doesn't matter. And then from here, you can keep the knees bent. Just soften into the neck. And let's take ragdoll. So we're going to take hold of either elbow. Let the weight of the hands and the weight of the body drop forward, bringing the stretch deep into the belly of the hamstring at the back of the leg. Okay, release the hands and take a really slow roll up. So bend the knees as much as you need. Let the body hang and then slowly restacking yourself all the way up, and shoulders come up and back, last thing of all. Okay, let's go straight into our sun salutations. So I'm going to come and find the front of the mat. We're going to do the Ashtanga version today, so a little bit different. If you have blocks, you may want to use the blocks to bring the floor closer to you. So this is always an option. I'll do one with the blocks. As you can see, this is always an option. When you're just beginning, then it really does help to have the floor brought up to you. So if you haven't invested in blocks, I recommend you do. Props are great. Okay, so come and stand at the front of your mat. Have your feet hip width to begin with. Set our foot lock, so we're going to lift the toes, Fan them down, soft through the knees. Belly button pulls in towards the spine. Shoulders up, back and down. And then chin slightly pulled in. And your drishti, or your gaze point, is 45 degrees in front. Lift up tall through the crown of the head. Close the eyes here for a moment. Let's just check the weight distribution in our feet. So just become conscious of where you can feel the weight of your feet into the floor. It's very rare that we're properly balanced on all four corners. So let's just take some time to do that. So let's bring the weight into the front of the feet, to the sides, to the heels, and then to the other sides. So make small circles distributing the weight around the feet. And when you've done a couple, switch and go the other way. If closing your eyes puts you too far off balance, then just keep the eyes open. If I ever ask you to do anything and it doesn't feel good, just adjust until it does. A little bit difficult when you're watching back or watching live. I can't see exactly what you're doing, so you really need to feel into your own body. Okay. Then just take a moment once you've done that, and then just notice, how does the weight distribution feel? Do you feel more grounded? Okay. And you're ready. We're going to inhale the arms up, look up. And then we're going to exhale, fold all the way forward. See the blocks? It helps you because the floor is closer. And then we're going to inhale to create a flat back. So the shoulders should be back here, just like it was in cow. Shoulders back. You may, if you don't have blocks, then come up and grab the shins. Okay, then you're going to fold forward again. Make sure the hands are completely flat on the floor. And then we're going to step back to a high plank. So we're going to step back with the right and then step back with the left. Now in high plank, make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders. You're not pulled further back in a kind of a half down dog. Your belly button is still pulled into the spine, so we're not dropping the back here. And you're pushing back through the heels just to keep a nice solid line. Now if that's too much, then we just drop to the knees. Still very, very hard work here. So it really depends where you're beginning. There's no right and there's no wrong. Okay, on the first one, we're going to come down through knees, chest and chin. So we drop the knees, we hug the elbows in, and the chest and chin come down. And then as we inhale, we pull the body through for a very gentle baby cobra. Then we press into the hands as we turn the toes. Maybe come back through knees, and then find your down dog. Now in the Ashtanga version, you hold your down dog for 5 breaths. So as we progress, this 5 breaths is your opportunity. If your body is telling you to take a break, it's your opportunity to drop down into child, take a break, and I will always tell you when to rejoin us. Okay, let's have a work with the step through. So we started this last time. So we're going to send, if we're going to step through with the right leg, we're going to send the right leg up, point through the toes. So you're already starting to create some space. And then you gaze up between the hands. So you gaze to where you want the foot to come to. And then the knee comes in and through. Now it might only make it halfway to begin with. And that's okay. You just take hold and pull it up the rest of the way. Might be 2 or 3 pulls, doesn't matter. If that's just not happening for you, then you're going to come through knees and bring the foot forward. Okay, so however you've got there, we've got the right foot in front, and then the left one comes and joins. So we just come out the same way we went in. So we inhale, flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, look up, palms together, down through the center. And release, ready for the left side. So we'll take this one slow and then we'll go to a normal speed. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're coming back to high plank again. So this time we're switching. So the left foot goes first and then the right foot. Check your position again. Check we're not here and we're not here. Okay, again, knees, chest and chin, and then baby cobra. Press into the hands, turn the toes, come back to down dog for 5 breaths. So in our down dog, you can still be working one heel and then the other here. You don't need to just hold static. Or if the breath has started to go, you may choose to drop and rest back in child. Remember, it's your practice, so it's what your body wants to do. The great thing about practicing online is you're not looking at the person on the mat next to you and thinking, well, they're doing that, I should be doing that. So there's definitely some benefits. You can listen to your body more. Okay, if you've taken a child, come and join us in down dog now. We're stepping through with the left leg this time. So we're going to inhale as the left leg comes up, point through the toes. Look up, bend the right knee, and step the foot through. Right one joins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, look up. Palms together as you exhale, down through the center. Okay, good. Ready to go again. We'll speed up a little bit this time. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, step back right, step back left. Okay, you can continue with knees, chest, chin, or we can start to build some strength here. So we're going to hug the elbows in as you come down slowly. All the way down. Good. And then gentle baby cobra. So press into the hands and slightly lift. Turn the toes, press into the hands, and make your way back to your down dog. And we're going to hold for 5 breaths. Your choice, take a child. And that's 4 breaths. If you've taken a child, come and join us. And then this time we're sending the right leg up, point through the toes, take the gaze up between the hands and step it through. Left one joins. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, palms together, down through the center. And release. Okay, left side. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold it down. This time it's left, then right. Good. Let's come down slowly again. So hugging the elbows in, slowly, slowly. All the way down. So you can feel that as you come down, the triceps start to kick in, start to build some strength. Okay, hands either side of the chest. Pull the shoulders back to a gentle baby cobra. Press into the hands, turn the toes, make your way back to down dog. 5 breaths. Or take a break. Okay, left leg's going to go up in the air this time, going through the toes. Take the gaze up, bend the right knee, step the left foot up, and the right one joins. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale all the way up. Arms together, come down through the center. Release the hands. Okay, come back to your starting pose. So starting with using Tadasana. So our feet are hip width. Let's go through, lifting the toes, fanning them down, softening the knees, pulling the belly in, shoulders up and back. Chin pulls in, gaze forward. Close the eyes here again for a moment. Let's check in with how the body feels after that movement. And what's the quality of the breath? Quality of the mind. And then gently opening the eyes. Okay, come and find your way into the middle of your mat. Now we're going to look at Malasana, or Hindi squat it's sometimes called, I think. So our hips get really tight. So sitting on sofas, shortening quads, yeah, all sorts of things make this pose difficult for Westerners. So for me, heel cords, I've got tight heel cords. So if you know that you need something, you can just pop something that's kind of, this is a block, but it's got give in it. So it's allowing me to drop a little bit further down. So you might need to use a pillow or a cushion or a blanket. And you're going to have your feet hip distance or maybe even a little bit wider apart, depending on your mobility. You'll know when we try and you can adjust. And the toes want to be pointing out towards the side. And we want to try and keep the back as tall as we can as we come down. So let's bring the hands to a prayer at the heart. And then as we exhale, we're just going to send the knees wide. Keep the back nice and tall. And then come on all the way down. Now, some of you might be really comfortable here. I know a lot of my students just drop down into it and they're really comfortable. Others, like me, find this a real challenge. The weight wants to keep pushing forward. So just take your time with it. It's one of those poses you need to give it some time. While you're here, if you're, you can push your elbows into the knees and start to push the knees apart. So you get a real deep stretch going on in the inner thigh there into the adductors. And then just try and find some comfort here. We're going to hold for a few breaths. Sometimes, if it is really uncomfortable, sometimes I need to have a little shuffle. So do whatever you need to do to make it okay. I'm going to turn it into a gentle side stretch in a moment. So we're going to place, doesn't matter which hand, place one hand down in front of one knee. As you inhale, bring the other arm up. And then exhale, bring it down in front of the knee, and then inhale the other one. Exhale down. Inhale, bring it up. As 3 is the magic number, we'll just do 3 of these. See, maybe you can turn a little bit further each time. Please don't strain. Back to stillness. Okay, and you're just going to let yourself sit back. Nice. Okay, coming into butterfly. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, and it doesn't matter whether you have them in really close, whether you walk them in really close or whether you have them a little bit further away. Now, there's a number of options for the arms. You can just let the hands rest. You may choose to take a little flutter of the wings, so just lifting very gently. So it's a very subtle movement, very gently lifting them up and down. If your stretch is really deep and your knees are already down towards the floor, you may take your thumbs inside the big toe pads and open the feet like a book. Just gives you a little bit of an extra stretch. So just choose which one of those you want to do today. I'm going to have a little flutter. Just be gentle. Just maybe you can close the eyes and connect with the movement. Okay, release. And then just bring the knees together. Give yourself a little bit of a hug around the back. Okay, gently come on up. And then you're going to bring yourself, we're going to look at Dandasana, or staff pose. So, things to remember with this one. So our feet are always active, so they're always dorsiflexed. If you just relax them, you'll feel there's no tone in the legs. There's no kind of control. You dorsiflex them, all of the muscles start to switch on as if you're stood in Tadasana. And then we're going to find our sitting bones. We want to be nice and tall here. And then from here, the shoulders come up, back and down, and your hands rest just at the sides of the body, just at the hips. If the arms aren't long enough, you may need to pop them onto your legs. So we're pulling the shoulders back. We're working on the postural muscles here. So we spend a lot of our time in this position. We're opening up. And we're working all those small muscles that surround us, that come up the sides of the spine. You might be here. So it looks like a really simple pose. It is simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy to do. So this is quite difficult for those of us that may not have perfect posture, which is probably everybody. So pulling, all the while remembering, pulling the shoulders up, back, and down. So we've got a big open heart here. And then just gently breathe. Focus your awareness at the breath. You can almost forget what's happening in the body. Okay, and then we're just going to take a really gentle forward bend. So we're not going to stretch the arms up or anything. We're just going to inhale and then exhale, soft fold. So you may even lift the knees here. We're not going to full forward fold. We just, yet we will do Paschimottanasana in a minute. Just relaxing forward here. And then slowly come and push yourself back up. Okay, we're going to actively go into this stretch now. I'm just going to move this. So we're going to actively go into this stretch now. So from same start position, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. Next, inhale, lift up and out of the hips. And then exhale, reach the fingers forward. Don't worry about going down. You're just reaching forward. And then when the hands have reached as far as they want to reach, Let them touch down. You may be thighs, you may be knees, you may be sides of the legs, or you may have the first two fingers and the thumb pulling on the big toe. All is perfect. And the fold is happening from the midsection. So it's not happening from rolling the back, rounding the back and desperately trying to get your head down towards the knees. It's not about that. We fold at the midsection first, and eventually your chest will lie along the thighs. But we are where we are. We don't want to injure ourselves by trying to go too deep, too quick. Just accepting where you are, knowing that that's enough. Every exhale might just let you soften in a little bit more. Body is softening with every exhale. Release the hands. Slowly roll all the way up. Now we're going to come to lying. So we're going to bend the knees. We're going to take the back in the other way. We're going to bend the knees. And we're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down to the floor to hug the knees in. Have a little rock around. You can make circles, or you can go across the spine, whichever feels nicest for your back. And then we're going to drop the knees down to the floor. Drop the feet down to the floor. We're going to have them hip distance apart. So if you're not sure what that is when you're lying down, bring the feet together, big toes wide, heels underneath. That's your hip distance. And then you're going to have the arms alongside the body. Have the palms facing up, so you're not tempted to use the upper body strength to lift you into your bridge. Nestle the shoulders in. Make sure your head is in line. And if you've got hair band in, you might just need to move that. Make sure your head is connecting with the floor. We don't want any compromise on the neck. Okay, we're going to slowly take a rolling bridge. So again, we want to make sure that we're pressing down into all four corners of the feet. So just take that same movement with the feet. Make sure you can feel the whole foot pressing down. And then on your next in-breath, press in to the feet as the tailbone tilts and then starts to lift away from the floor as we peel the back off the floor. And then as we exhale, we slowly replace. At the end of the move, tailbone tilts in the other direction before the movement begins again. We'll just do 3 of these like this. You'll probably start to feel that it's becoming smoother and smoother with each roll up and down. And then on the third one, we're going to add the arms in. So as you press into the feet and start to lift the hips, the arms will come up at the same time as the hips and roll all the way over, reaching the floor behind you as the hips reach their top point. And then as you exhale, the arms and the hips again come down in unison. So there's no start or finish to this movement. There's just the gentle pause at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. If adding the arms creates any pressure on the back and it doesn't feel nice, then please take them out. And when you've done your 3 with the arms, again, just hug the knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Have a rock around on the spine. And then when you're ready, you're just going to lie yourselves down, ready for Shavasana. As always, if your body wants to do anything else before Shavasana, please take that option now. Otherwise, you can just start to settle yourself down, ready for relaxation. So in your Shavasana, you're going to have your legs hip distance or maybe even wider apart. Let the ankles relax. Feet are relaxed so the ankles roll to the sides. Let the weight of the legs drop into the earth. The arms are alongside the body. The gap between around the armpits, palms face up. Let the arms be limp and heavy alongside the body. Spine is in a nice long line, the head sitting atop. Relax the jaw. Soften the features of the face. And then just take 3 deep breaths, however works for you. As you lie here in your Shavasana, just watch the belly and the breath. So as you inhale, feel the belly rising. Exhale, belly falling. Inhale, rising. Exhale, falling. Allow yourself to drop deeper and deeper into the earth. Keeping your full awareness on the breath. And allow yourself to stay here for as long as you like. And try and bring some of this peace and calm into the rest of your day.